It will be.
You know, as we mentioned, preparations are underway for the world's premier balloon event.
Now tomorrow at this time, tens of thousands of people will all be on their way to Balloon Fiesta Park, and there'll be a lot waiting for them there. News 13's David Romero is live out there right now, or is it Larry Barker, David? I'm not sure which one.
Guess who? Is it Larry Barker? Is it Dave Romero? We can't tell, but tomorrow is our Larry Barker Mask Ascension Day, and of course for some people that come by where we are going to be stationed at here out at Balloon Fiesta Park, they can get some of these Larry masks, and you'll see Larry's face on the side of a balloon. And of course this is all in coordination with the Mass Ascension launch here at Balloon Fiesta Park. The gates just opened up behind us. Now we're going to get to go in there coming up in the next half hour, but there's been a lot of preparations going on out here for the last few days. Now all week and through most of today, the pilots will get to do their last-minute registration preps, and they will find out who's flying in this year's event. And of course, they will be handed out kits to them, which will have everything to do with competition on places to stay and things for them to do even outside of flying. Then there are the vendors bringing in all their equipment to keep spectators fed and happy. Now in total, organizers say there is a third of a mile worth of places for people to eat along Main Street. Those include 18 new vendors, one of them a New Mexico favorite.
It feels great to be out here for the first time. We're really excited. My family's excited. Jim Garcia's excited. He's our new Vice President of Operations at Sadie's for all of our locations, and we're just excited to be here. We've thought about it for years, but this year made the most sense.
There is going to be a lot going out here for the entire run of the Balloon Fiesta. We can hear some people yelling over our shoulder. They're just making those last-minute preps. And of course, you want to find an easy way to get out here. We're going to tell you about that coming up in the next half hour, and that's all having to do with Park and Ride. Back to you guys.
All right, sounds very good, David. Look forward to seeing you then. Now, for everything you want to know about the Balloon Fiesta, just check out our homepage at krqe.com. Elizabeth?
And here's what is on tap for tomorrow morning. In the morning at 5:45, Dawn Patrol happens, which is when a few balloons go up so pilots can test the wind. Then Morning Glow is at 6:30, where the pilots turn on the igniters and the balloons inflate and glow. At 6:45, opening ceremonies. Then at 7 a.m. is the Mass Ascension. In the afternoon, there's a gas balloon race inflation and the Albuquerque chainsaw carving, a couple of events there. And then at 5:45 p.m. tomorrow, Twilight Twinkle Glow happens, followed by the gas balloon race launch and then the Afterglow fireworks show, and that happens at 8 p.m. Now tickets, all right, tickets to get in to the Balloon Fiesta this year are $10 for anyone 13 and older. Kids 12 and under get in for free, and parking at the Balloon Fiesta will cost you $10. Now, if you don't want to drive to the event, there is a shuttle service. We just mentioned that a moment ago, and we're going to have more on that shuttle service coming up in the next half hour.
And as we always say, News 13 has everything you need to know about the Balloon Fiesta. If you can't make it out to the park this weekend or next week, don't worry. Sit back, relax at your home. Enjoy our special Balloon Fiesta show in HD, the only one that'll have live helicopter pictures in high definition. This will happen from 7 to 9, both Saturday and Sunday morning. Then next week, you can catch our special show on 2 Casa Fox. That'll be on from 7 to 8. In New Mexico Style, we'll have his Balloon Fiesta show after that from 8 to 9. All right, besides Balloon Fiesta, the other big story this morning, as we mentioned, the man who shot into a house in Clovis back in 2005, killing a 10-year-old boy, then broke out of jail and has been on the run ever since, is finally back behind bars this morning. Edward Salas was caught about 230 miles south of New Mexico in Chihuahua City. He's been on the run since 2008 when he broke out of the Curry County Jail in Clovis. That was just after he was sentenced to 56 years in prison for shooting into a home in the middle of the night and killing Carlos Perez, little boy here. Police think Salas and a number of other men were trying to hit Carlos's older brother. Now U.S. Marshal Conrad Candelaria says he thinks Salas's family and friends have been helping him hide out all these years.
I can just say it was very large in scope, very in-depth, very intricate, because again, we're talking about international cooperation that's needed.
Salas is now waiting to be extradited to the United States, and you might remember that's what happened to Noe Torres after he was caught in Mexico earlier this year. Investigators say he also shot into Carlos Perez's home, is now waiting to go on trial for that. We now know the 2 students who planned to shoot up Tony Hillerman Middle School later this year have been kicked out of school for the rest of this school year. The district says one of these 6th graders planned the shooting spree after a girl he liked did not feel the same way about him. The boys said they planned to kill themselves after shooting up the school. Another student heard about what the 2 wanted to do and turned them in. The two boys are not facing any criminal charges right now, and APS says it'll wait to decide what will happen with the kids for next school year.
We now know a man who police say hit and killed a pedestrian near UNM will not face charges. Cops say the driver, Stephen Whitaker, hit and killed William Nolan back in July. Turns out the district attorney's office is saying that Whitaker had a medical emergency that caused the accident. Investigators also say that the driver did not have drugs or alcohol in his system during the crash. Now, Whitaker is an Albuquerque City bus driver who was off duty and driving his own vehicle. We're told changes, will be on the way for next year's Zozobra event. On top of ticket prices to go to Zozobra, Santa Fe taxpayers already pay tens of thousands of dollars to put on the event. And this year, Old Man Gloom burned more than just Zozobra. It burned a lot of bridges with its fans, too. The show got longer and tickets got more expensive. A new Zozobra organizer, Raymond Sandoval, has gotten an earful of complaints from the community. He tells us changes will happen for next year's event.
We're listening. We've heard what you've had to say, and we're going to make changes.
Now, just so you know, the city of Santa Fe did fork over more than $56,000 this past year for police security, park maintenance, and trash cleanup.